There we go. All right, we should be on now.
Okay. So it would be safe to say that based on our expenditures and what we collected, if we put in 30,000, but this is preliminary, if we find out different, we can go
Right.
back and amend it.
Yeah, I mean, we can always go back because we don't have to have our budget approved till September 30th. So we'll have a more definite closer we get.
Okay.
Mhm.
So, as we go through right now, I would say level funding is 30,000, what do y'all think?
Think so.
Yeah, that'd be good.
It looks like on the ad valorem, in the past few years, we have exceeded it, so, we might could look at doing 635,000 if the history holds true.
Is this it, or will we get, is there still more to come?
This is up to, as of yesterday, I ran a budget sheet. So this is as of July 5th, these year-to-date numbers. So we still have the rest of July, August, and all of September to go through too.
635.
635. Okay, now where it says business privilege tax, looks like it's consistent somewhere around 23,000. So I'd say level funding, then
You said one.
level funding.
So we
23,000.
didn't get any, right?
We haven't gotten it yet. We get that from the state and it's normally closer. I want to say it's in July we get it. So yeah, but we will be getting it. Yes,
You said 23.
You want me to go get masked up?
23.
there's a map right there. If you want to bring one.
I've had and I've been shot, so I,
But you can get it again.
maybe it is, it is.
It says all the license from the county. So year to date, we expended 14,556.
Yes, sir.
I think we probably gonna doing about the same thing, putting your level funded at 15 right now. There's auto license from the state. And 20, we received what, $9,000?
Mhm.
Okay. And so far,
3382.
well, that's what we received, 3382 so far.
So far.
I'd say level funded at 6,000 until we get. Yeah. Okay.
Really is done around the square.
Mhm,
And then that Dollar General that's going in Mexi,
mhm.
we got half of it, but still that's a pretty good chunk of change.
What do y'all feel about doing 15 minutes? I don't want to get crazy.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, all seriousness, probably stay with the 12.
Let's see, business licenses. Okay. I would say level funded for right now, because it looks like right now we got received 97% of it.
Mhm.
I say level funded right now.
745.
Mhm. Cable TV. Let's see, 40,000, we received 88% of it. I've level funded that also.
Yeah, that's gonna probably go down some more. People are dropping out on some of that.
Excise tax.
This, we don't budget for because the state, gives that to us.
Okay.
And that's just, it's a off the wall number every year. We don't ever know how much
Don't
we're
know
gonna
what
get.
it's be. Okay. Right here, we talked about sanitation fees.
Yeah.
This where I think it shows what we collected in 20 was 848,000.
Mhm.
We collected 631,000 so far. I leave that 833. And hopefully some of that we did by doing the audit of the trash cans and stuff,
Yes,
and closing some of those accounts will
hopefully, yes, bring it back
be
up.
even less than this.
Has that been completed, the audit?
Mhm.
Had some success with it.
We've had a lot of complaints about it, but when the people had 2 trash cans and weren't paying for it, that was the main complaint.
Yep.
Mhm.
Pay for 2 if you want to. I did for years.
The gasoline fees, looks like from what I'm seeing here, I don't know if the price of gas is going up, what the impact that's going to have. I would still say 250,000. Okay, miscellaneous revenue,
This year it was so high because we did that sale of the building and
mhm,
we put it in our general fund.
mhm,
And then a couple of the hurricanes, the 2 hurricanes we had, when we get an insurance claim from Amic, we have to put it in this account too. That's why it's up there pretty good penny.
miscellaneous everything. What y'all feel about 10,000? Oil privilege tax. Feel like that went down.
That's on roll wells.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm getting a lot less. I ain't getting much, but I'm getting a lot less. You get 50, I used to get $50 a month. I think I got $60 last year.
It's bad, you go between
Yeah.
checks.
Yeah, they used to write, it was over $50. They wrote you one every month. Now it's gotta be 50 before they write you one. I just got one last week, I think it was, and it was like 60 something dollars. Yeah, it's going down.
Just leave it level funded.
Yeah.
The half cent sales tax.
And on the oil, don't you reckon we may need to do what we did last year? Go down?
Yeah, we, we only collected 11,900.
You're not gonna collect anymore. I don't think.
Say 10 maybe? Whatever.
Whatever.
We'll put that at 10,000.
And be lucky to get that.
Maybe.
Half cent sales tax. Let's see, we received over 560,000 in revenue. We're at 84% now. I say level funding on it is 3 million. When we get a chance, it comes back at least better, we can adjust it before we do the final.
Yeah, we'll have another couple months. Why was it down last month? Any particular reason?
Okay, that would have been for everything people collected in June.
Okay.
Oh, no,
No, May.
May,
May.
in May. So
May
I
was,
think people started going out of town because kids were out of school and
The tobacco tax. Looks like it's consistent around 31.
Yeah.
Auto sales tax. Is,
I'm surprised that's up.
Me too.
I say level funding at 12.
I helped them on that deal, so,
You jumped on it, huh?
yeah.
Meals for the elders. The capacity budget is 36. You see, I didn't see anything in the budget for 2021.
but that's all the funding we get from Alabama Tom Bigby to help with the senior center.
Okay. So do we need to put anything in there or wait till we receive it?
We need to put something in there. I don't know why it was missing. I'll have to look, see what's going on.
Well, in prior years, it was 36,149 with 25,237. It's probably gonna pick back up now since they opened the senior center back up.
Mhm.
I would suggest we look at doing the 36,149. You know, that's good when it's up and operating. Okay. Interest income. So we only received 27% of what we budgeted. Huh?
Nobody's paying any interest.
Yeah. So we put 4,000 back in there. I don't know if it's gonna go that high. Okay, community house room, 19 and 20, projected 38. We got 21. 38 for 2021, we're at 20.
I ought to do about 30, because that's gonna be cut into with
That's what I was thinking
the
about.
shop.
Yeah, that's, I said, I asked, that's why I asked last time, is how's it staying rental? And they say, yeah, fine. But I've seen a bunch of events at the shop that would have been there if the shop wouldn't been there.
Election revenue, that doesn't count this year. Park and recreation event. We haven't received anything off that. So we need to budget at what, 1,500?
Well, I mean, if anything's at the park or rec, it all goes to the Y, because the Y charges those fees.
Okay.
So what am
If you have something at any of the parks, you have to pay the Y now, because we don't handle any of that over here.
So we don't budget it.
Yeah.
And so there's event coordinator, donations, we had 500 one year. I don't have a request yet. I can see where we put 500 in at level funding, see what I go. Okay, event coordinator revenue. 2025. So she generated more money than what we actually had budgeted last year, that we correct?
Yes.
So we put 2,500 in there, we ought to be safe on it. Okay, this miscellaneous fire department revenue, is that new account they created?
Yeah, that's the new one we created. He says it's for the CPR classes that they do now. Like when individuals come in, they have to pay, and that's pretty much to get their card and all that. But that's all our, because the other money that he gets goes into that other account that he created for his
Okay.
the nonprofit.
So is 750 a good number, or we need to, so,
I would think 200, because I don't know how many people actually go and get those CPR classes anymore.
okay. Okay, nothing for animal license.
We tried that several years ago and it hadn't worked too well.
As far as I know, the veterinarian office, they keep it.
Well,
Or do they?
What my experience of that is
Oh, yeah.
one is that we have not done a good job in doing tags to give them yearly tags and do it, follow up on our end of it. So they don't know where to go. And what it was, they were charging with 8 and keeping 5 or something like that. Is what we finally wound up doing. If they were going to issue them at the veterinarian office, then we were going to let them get some money out of doing it. But we haven't issued them any tags for a year that they could give to people or anything like that. So it's kind of dropped the ball on both sides of that. If we want to revisit that, fine, but that was what, about 45 years ago we did. It was probably 4-year time even. I don't know.
I remember Al doing
Yeah.
something.
Al and I were pretty well on the
Yeah.
asking that. And
Well, you want to put $100 in there just in case you can figure out how to get it.
You can, but unless we go and spend something to make it work, it's not gonna work.
I hear exactly what you're saying. Okay.
We gave them a bunch of old tags. We had left them for that first year and then we never issued them anything back.
Manufactured home. Is that like the,
Any mobile homes within the city limits, they gotta go to the courthouse and pay to get their tag on their mobile home, so. That's,
There's not many anymore in city limits, so we're not enforcing it.
I'm not sure about that. I
Probably,
would say a little bit of both.
probably a little bit of both.
150? Abatement revenue. We're gonna see what we got in it collected. But when anything budgeted for it, well, I guess it was $2,000.
We normally get that during, or when you pay, I'll have to look, because that should have been coming from, when you paid your property taxes, because that's what Tim puts it on, so I have to check that out.
Level funded at 2,000. Okay, rental income,
This rental income is from the chamber, our cell tower. Yeah, I think that's it.
ain't coming nowhere close to 24,000. So it looks like we're gonna collect it 53% so far. That this year, I see is in 19 and 20, they collected 16,950 with 12. Looks like about 15,000 is what we get out of it. South Alabama gas. Level funded 45.
So we should get, because we've had those cold winters, we should get about 45 again this year.
Water service franchise. Yeah, looks like we're 36, might be a good fit. Okay, Alabama Historic Community Grant, I didn't see we have anything in there. Lodging taxes. That's surprising.
Mhm. I know we've had a lot of new owners take over within this last year. I think every hotel besides maybe two has new, new owners. So I don't know if the new owners are reporting more or if we've had a lot of business people come to lodge. I don't know.
Well, the way that it looks, we could probably budget 90,000 out of this to be all right.
I would figure you had less people staying for part of the year anyway.
I know.
I would have thought.
I guess we still had lots of people come here.
Okay, the county has sent sales tax. 630. We're at 389 so far, 71%. I would still say 550. Don't know what's gonna happen in the next few months. Tour franchise,
They went up, didn't they? Is that part of that because they went up on fees?
Yeah, they did.
They go up every year.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. It used to be half of the water bill, now it's more than the
Yeah.
water part of the water bill.
so based on that, I know we budgeted 20 in 1920. We took in 29. And in 2021, we budgeted 23, and so far we've taken in 26,540. I think we could do 25,000 based on the way it's going up. Okay. Surplus property. No, one year big jump in, 26,000.
We sold something that's worth something then. We ain't said these $500 cars like we've been selling lately. Yeah,
Well, considering what we got, I just do it at level at 5,000. Alcoholic beverage application,
That's one we waived so many times, isn't it?
yeah, all right. I put 500 back in there, we did 600 so far. I don't know what's gonna come up. Police overtime, US Marshals, you don't have anybody on that anymore, I think.
Mm-mm.
The Southern Light franchise. We gotta go back and
Yeah, I
talk
know.
about this, not this council meeting, but the next.
Yes, it's Unity Fiber now,
That's where they ran along that highway out there.
but I don't think they're giving us what,
They said they were going to.
Well, see, it's several franchises that if we go through and revisit, I think we can help out with it. So I will put in here right now for, the same thing at $1,000. I don't know how long it'll take to get that done. So that's what
Sir?
we got total on there, so that's for what we put in so far comes up to right at 5 million.
yes, sir.
Okay.
And yeah, this is just to, as of July 5th, I ran the report off of our software system.
Mhm.
So I mean, you still technically have 3 more months of revenue that will be coming in.
That's what comes up.
Mhm.
Let's see, next page is what city attorney,
Yeah, the general expenditures.
general expenditures. I would suggest we're level funded 19,000. I don't know of any major thing,
That's what we pay to have Chipper.
right?
On retainer.
Yes.
Or is it on
Well, that's,
retainer or
well,
what
that's
he
his
bills?
monthly,
What he
that's
bills?
his monthly bill that he gets every month.
The planning commission, level funded 250. Based on what looks like the expenditures on. Election expenses won't have that. Sales tax expense. They're at 75%. I say level at 65, it's probably coming in somewhere around. Wastewater appropriation,
I think we gotta keep it at the 350. I don't think it goes down. I can't remember.
I think it goes down.
Does it go down to 300,000 this year then?
I think it does.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll
so
definitely-
300,000 on
Yeah, I'll definitely check on that. Yeah.
See, it stops at 300 or 200.
Yeah.
What was it again?
300,000 for wastewater.
So it used to be 500 and we decided to help subsidize it some.
Mhm.
And I think we are stopping 300 or 200. I actually think it's 200.
that. Hey, Alabama Tom Digger Regional Commission Urban Forestry. So that was fund that at 2,000. Okay, so it looks like we don't do a retiree cost of living one-time raise.
That's only if they go before the retirement center the Alabama retirement, and they want to raise, but we haven't gotten anything so far that any of them's doing that, so.
Okay. The insurance and bonds,
Why was that so much more?
Our workman's comp, it went up, well, we realized that we didn't have, I think, the M Block and Sterling building insured, so we had to, if I'm not mistaken, and then just in general, a lot of them went up.
but since we sold them block, that should bring it down.
Mhm.
I don't know if it's gonna bring it down to 169,000.
I ought to do 200 just, okay?
That's what I was thinking.
All these storms just gonna go up anyway.
Mhm.
Right here where it talks about telephone, Sam is gonna come in during the work session. And all this is tied in with Frontier, and we're talking about getting fiber, and our phone bill would actually go down. If that goes through and happens, so I would just leave it at level funding for now.
Okay.
If we can get this in place, we might not need the whole 53,000. So this contingency fund,
That's usually money we have left from, the surplus. It kind of goes in there, but also we just have the contingency fund in case something majorly happens.
Just like what we always do. You didn't put another street or do something or whatever.
So it still helps y'all how much you want to put in there.
yeah, 1920 budget, we put
92,000.
and we spent 89.
Yeah, we
We
probably-
2021, we put 50. And then so far, year to date, is that expended 43 or?
Yes, that's what we spent so far.
I'm thinking, like Amanda said, I think we can add to that during the year. That's why it winds up being like that 93 to the year before it was. Is we moved money over there to cover something. That's why it wound up being so close. That's probably the same thing here.
Okay.
And so, I mean, you can do whatever that, but we may still say it may still adjust during the year.
Well, that being the case, you don't want to put 50, or you want to put 75?
How much?
75.
Okay.
It don't mean you have to spend it, you just
Right.
have the authority
Don't tell Michael Astor, right?
Oh,
to.
uh-huh.
Training and publication. Let's see. We got 7,000 in here, we did 5 the year before, we're at 43. I'd say we probably get about $6,000 there, I think. Tobacco stamp. 5,500 level funding.
Do we get anything on them e-cigarettes tax? Has that ever been entered in charge?
I just know they call and ask for stamps and we send them to
Yeah,
them.
with that's something I wonder if we can look at getting revenue on that.
No, we got a line item down here for Christmas lights,
Mhm.
and from what I've been hearing, we got some, they're getting pretty old.
Yep.
I don't know what we take.
Oh, but we can't put them up. We
Yeah,
can't put Christmas lights up because of the Alabama Power. Regulations of what distance on the pole where the lights can be. We didn't put lights up like for 2 years. Except for around the square.
And we still can't on some of them because Michael, you have to talk to Michael. I know Michael said he's called Alabama Power before because it's a special bracket that they have to put on the pole. We have to buy the bracket. And they're the only ones that can put it on the pole. But when they redid this, especially coming into downtown on the new poles, they have nothing on there to hang them with.
Mm.
But yeah,
We have not had lights for 2 years around, except for around the square. We've got a shed full of them sitting over here.
mhm.
And I do, some of them are outdated and because we rebought them all here several, good bit of years ago, but it's been twice we've repurchased, we've bought new lights.
So do we need to put any funding in that?
We probably, because we need probably for the fact of
Those
doing
brackets,
some of the brackets and stuff, but we want to go that route.
We can ask Michael.
See, Frisco City has them, but they're on Southern Pine. They don't have the same restriction.
Yeah, now I had that, some folks talking about a star on Christmas tree, I don't know how much that was. You know,
But again, if we can't put them up, don't do much good in getting them, but we gotta do what we can to get them put up.
all right, we'll ask Michael in there, and I guess for the time being, meet budget something,
Yes,
what, y'all want, you look at doing 5?
probably
That'll
be,
cover all the brackets and everything,
hopefully so.
okay.
5,000.
5,000. You ain't gonna get into them things.
I was saying,
high.
yeah.
They a couple $100 a piece.
The HPC training and plan would be, which one is, what's that?
That's the Historic Preservation Commission.
Okay.
Something about how they were needing to update their bylaws. Mary was briefly telling me about that, but that's up, which I guess they didn't do this year, so.
500. Okay. Bond issue, transport and interest, chamber building maintenance. I think we can do 2,000 on that again. Okay, it says the recreational center building maintenance. Which one is that?
It's the, where the police and fire work out now. That was,
Back behind the fire station on Whetstone.
we had to pay, property and some other taxes one year. So I guess that's why that was in there. But we haven't done anything. It's ours, so we don't have to pay any more taxes on it.
So they got 3,000 in here. Think they can operate if we offer 5.
What is it, like a gym?
Back at 10. That's the recreation center building maintenance.
Oh. Yeah, I mean, we did a lot of work. There'll not be a whole lot coming up, but yeah.
The only thing in the rec center right now is we just have to pay the utilities, the power bill. And they have water out there. So power and water, that's all we're doing. Because as far as I know, they're done buying equipment and everything.
We
Good to
fixed
go.
doors and had to move sinks and so on and so
Yeah.
forth here. That's why that 9 something was so big the year before.
If we can do 5 in that.
Probably fine.
The one before that, Mayor, that gazebo repair, they were talking about the repair over here and over in
And
front of
see,
the shop.
I don't know, I think Michael had talked to somebody, but we do need to.
yeah, we had Boy Scouts do
Yeah.
repaint them here about 4 or 5 years ago and they need some repair again.
I have no idea. I know it's not gonna be cheap just because the price of lumber.
Yeah.
No, it's going down now, so you can go in and rest better.
I hate to say it, but Rick Northway talked to Michael about it. See what he thinks. Let him
It's
come
gone
back
down a
with
lot the last month.
let him come back with an estimate.
It's just gonna go back up or now, I don't know, but it's been dropping pretty heavily the last month.
What's that?
Lumber.
Yeah.
It's going about
Okay.
third down from the high.
I'm put a question mark in here back, because I have no idea. You know, we're trying to get some information back. Dues and subscriptions. Let's see. Now, is that dues and subscriptions that we pay?
Yes, the dues. We have our copier, our PO box, the Sam's Club membership. The league offers. I thought we paid them more than 2,200. And then all our computer stuff, in which Sam's working on a lot of this, but we got to pay for the Zoom, our Adobe and our Microsoft account and AVG, so we don't get viruses. So that's everything we
Yeah,
pay.
that laser fish, nobody knows what it's for.
I don't have a clue. I know
We
he's
pay
working.
over $10,000 for it, and Sam's trying to get that money refunded to us.
Mhm.
We have no idea what it's for.
He paid how much? 10,000?
$10,000.
$10,545. We got no idea what it's for.
Mary,
Amazon
you asked
Business
Mary?
Prime.
She said that well, they got it, but she said she had a hard time getting it to work, but I'm not sure what it was actually for
Okay.
us.
Okay.
I don't-
But she is aware there's such a thing, in other words.
Yes, but Sam's trying to get us out of it because it's not operable.
So I know it's right here, it says 12/8. Is it somewhere close about what we need to do this time?
No, like,
We're at 65/48. Well, if it runs over, we can do something, move funds if it's more than what we need.
and then this is all the professional services that we have. Which I think we did away with Shell.
Okay, so the dues
Yeah.
and prescriptions, we're gonna do level funding at 12/8. Okay, professional services. We're at 82,376 is what we expended so far on the budget at 117.
Mhm.
So it look like we're gonna be anywhere close to that.
It's about, well, so far we've spent, yeah, so far we've actually spent, well, I don't know why there's 82, maybe I took one of these out. It's about 120. So yeah, 117, 131, 12, based on what we paid everything this year.
So that looks like it's gonna go up.
And with the mosquito, they say it's that much, but most of the time it's lower because we put that much money in there in case there is a huge outbreak. We have that money to cover for that, but I know we don't use the whole amount for the mosquito. Because so far we've only used 3,000 of it. And then the sweeping company, Michael said that he was looking into getting the sweeper because they're so backlogged and they're having to do so many cities, they only get to us about twice a year. And that's for our random drug testing. And then that's if we have anything, other legal actions we have to do.
Okay. So
So you think what about the IT services? Would that for Sam come out of that? Under,
Yeah,
so if he.
and that's like if we have, like if our computer don't work no more, we have to call somebody.
Right.
I'm not savvy with that. That's anything computer wise.
So you're projecting that we probably need 125,000?
Yes, because Sam, this is going on up.
125.
Okay. Now for the audit, we had 28.5.
Okay.
Year to date, we spent 25.
Yeah, plus, we're gonna spend more because we had to do that extra audit.
Yeah.
And it's looking like we're gonna have to do it again next year with this CARES Act funding that we've been receiving.
Yeah.
So I think it was an extra, I think it was 12,000 extra for that extra audit.
So you think 40 maybe?
Yeah, it would come up about 37 to 40,000.
Okay. Advertising, 40,000 for August. Okay, we went over budget on that. We're at 12, we spent 13.
That's just for, I mean, advertisement, we have to put in the
Yeah.
paper for everything and.
Advertising positions
yeah.
vacant and, police and fire and
Yeah.
office and everything else we've had to do this year. Plus we do the thing with the journal, it's
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
set amount.
14.
We hope we don't have many personnel to advertise this year.
Yeah, how old is you? I agree with you, I don't.
I don't know.
Okay, sanitation fees, just like 915 has been fairly consistent. I just looked. the level
Didn't it,
fund.
didn't we just get an increase?
Yes,
They just went up on us. Whatever, 3% or something, what it was.
yeah, 3%.
So that will be more. Yeah, it is set. We have a contract for a set amount. They just went up.
Okay, they went up 3%. I think I stopped my head.
No, 30,000. Seven.
45.
27.
It would go up about 27,000. So you're looking at around 942,450.
943,000. Okay, rezoning expenses. See, you're not spending anything, you haven't received anything.
And most of that, if it's a rezoning, if it's like an individual or something, they actually have to pay that cost to us.
Well, we'll put 2,000 in there. Level.
We have
Ad valorem due to board education.
Yeah.
that's a set amount.
It's just 50.
Okay, Chamber of Commerce.
I know she's coming tomorrow. And so that would be her request of what we give her.
36.
So leave it blank.
No, the 48.
It'll be 48. Yeah, that's what we gave her last year, as long as she's.
But she's got something else that talk us into. And the fireworks, you're gonna definitely have to increase that.
It was 15,000 altogether, and that was actually with the July 4th date. I don't know if they're gonna go up any more than 15, but that's what we've paid in the past.
Yeah, there you go. They got us like everybody else. They're gonna just rip us.
So do we want to go ahead and increase? it?
Yeah, it's gonna be 15,000 or more
15,000?
if we do it.
Okay. Okay, Monroe County Library, just like that, y'all go with 30,000.
30.
Tree City USA, that looks like that comes out to about 1,000. Museum. Looks like y'all went 20,000. Tourism. That's 12.
Well,
Beautification.
now that beautification also includes the power and the water for the islands. And if you want to go back with the actual landscaper, this would be where the flowers or pine straw or anything would come out of.
It probably includes contract on too.
No, the landscaper would come out of the pay, the employee's pay would come out of Michael's budget. But this is just like, we've always paid the garden club this, or, but it's mainly the water and power bill comes out of them.
But I think, didn't the reason for this went up was we were gonna have this guy at Grove Hill to come and redo those islands, and then it got killed, and then we wound up going with the Southern Supply that wound up still spending, but not as much as we.
I think that was in another.
Oh, okay, okay.
And do 17.5 again.
That's fine.
17 grand.
Yeah, transfer to industrial development. Okay, mayor and council.
Do you want to go ahead and do the mayor and council, or did you want to let Darlene go?
About
Yeah.
6 minutes to fold.
Yeah. we're gonna-
We get through early, we can go back to it, I guess.
So, we can go ahead and put it in executive session.
That's a move.
Okay, Michelle Marie, make a
Second.
motion. Mr. Hand, second, all in favor?
All right.
Amanda. You get your statement.
Okay, let me take this out. I don't know how to.
Charles told me to come on down.
Oh, okay, yeah, we're fixing to start back up, so,
Oh, okay.
you can go first. We gotta get them in here first.
Fine.
We have to get Charles in here first.
Okay, it won't take just a second. How's
Yeah.
everybody?
Pretty good about yourself.
You
Pretty
can have a
good.
seat
Yeah.
over, there's no one sitting down there.
Okay.
Oh, that's Sam. Hey, Sam.
Hey, how you doing, Miss Stubbs?
I'm good.
How you doing, Miss Hines?
Doing great. How you?
Good. We got somebody, that's Miss Stubbs. Your daddy,
Do you?
work for him. Yeah. He put you to work.
And you're still alive.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Here you go.
You say your dad is still living?
No,
He
man.
said he used to work for you.
Oh, okay.
He was, dad, lived 88, he got Alzheimer's.
He used
Last,
to ride a bicycle all the time.
all the time.
All the time.
We got, that's what I meant, I guess.
Yes.
Yeah, that kept him alive, and then Alzheimer's got him.
Right.
um,
Mhm.
That's before anybody knew about Alzheimer's. It's a deadly disease on the family.
Mhm.
But thank God he got in, I had him at the first Alzheimer's home in Monroeville.
Oh, okay.
It was like 3,500 a month back then.
Ooh.
We finally got him in William F. Green down in Bay Minette. That's the best veterans facility.
He was about in his 80s. when he passed.
He was 88.
88.
All right.
Good
Sorry
one.
about that. We got
That's okay.
kind of sidetracked off a little bit. We know we're going to be talking about budget. But, right now, Sam has been working, to try and get our internet service and everything up to speed. And, we've gone back and looked at getting fiber in here, and he has a couple of different quotes. That's the one I said in the work session, it'll probably save us some money,
And in the long run, it'll
5 times the speed.
definitely help. What we got here is the first page is a quote from, Cirrus Systems in Mobile. They're basically attached to Unity Fiber. They came in at, $980 for City Hall a month and Police Department $739, which was $1719. Then I have been, the second one, but what Frontier quoted us for the 20 megabytes, which we have right now, $699 each. And the third page is I have been beating them up, and they've agreed to a 5-year at $690 to move our speed up to 100 over 100. So what that means is basically, if you're going to Atmore from here and you know, a 20 by 20 connection, it's gonna take you 3 hours. Either going this way or coming this way. So if you, on this 100 meg, you'll be able to go to Atmore either direction, everybody, in a half hour. So it's definitely gonna help City Hall and it's definitely gonna help MPD. Just with the body cam issue itself. So what we're looking at is, I recommend they were charging us $699 for the 20 meg, and I got them down to $690 for the 100 meg over 100 on a 5-year agreement. And I think that would be putting the city far into the 21st century.
What if we can't, what if we decide to cancel in 2 years, something, what kind of penalty is there?
I left the agreement on your desk. If
I
you
mean,
want to
there,
read the time frame.
5 years in today's time, I'm just, thank you, this is a good price. For 5 years in today's technology, make something come along that blow this
Yeah,
out in
and
2
you know-
years, 3 years.
Again, these can be adjusted up or down, the
Okay.
speeds.
Okay,
Yeah, so Charles, I don't know that we need that. It's a bunch of fine print if you just want to read it, but, I read through it, but again, if it comes to where we need more speed at the police department, we can bump it up,
Yeah.
up or down. So, but guys, I really had to do some beating with these guys, and I wanted to keep it local. And as you can see, Unity Fiber, while they're not doing any business up here now, I think I highly recommend the 5 year.
I mean, they are doing some business up here, but how much of it? I know I know several businesses are on.
Yeah, check their bills.
Yeah.
I mean, you got the quote on the first page here where it was $1,700.
Are you confident that Frontier can do what they?
Yeah.
Absolutely. I'm so confident that I put my name on it.
That's why we went away from them, because they kept telling us what they were gonna do and they didn't.
Well, again, I think we've got a new relationship. I've got, I even talked to them today about sitting down with me and going through the bill line item by line item. And instead of sending 5 bills to the city, they're gonna send 1 bill and 1 for the fire department. And I already got an email back from them on that this afternoon, Amanda. So, basically, you can't go through that bill line item for line item. You can, but it'd take a while, but I can pick it apart. I've done networking and telecommunications for a beer distributor that had 9 distributorships, and every time we went and looked at phone bills, we found a lot of money laying on the table. But
They're doing that with small businesses now. There's 2 pages of itemized all the way down the line.
absolutely, if you get a MediaCom bill, I call them every month, man. I just got my old MediaCom minus $48 this month.
Yeah.
Because I didn't get the service I paid for.
Yeah.
But who has the time to do that? You know, I mean,
But
it's,
now MediaCom beats the food out of Frontier on the residential. I
That's
mean,
right.
It's unreal difference.
That's Frontier, isn't it?
We begged and begged Frontier.
I think Frontier is waking up here in Monroe.
Oh, they need to, 'cause that's all they got left. When
Yeah.
people are quitting the listings in the phone book, everybody going cell phones.
Well,
If they don't get some of this business, they gonna be out.
when Pat Reed told me, you know, Pat left them. but
Yeah,
he
he's
said, "Hey,
leaving. Mike's fixing to retire. We're not gonna have anybody. We gotta,
well, these
we
guys
call them
are
at home
all
and go
let
to
out. They basically moved to Atmore.
yeah, that's what they have. Yeah.
I feel confident in what we've gotten since 2017 out of them.
Okay.
I'll add another note, the phone systems. They'll be paid for in the first of 23, and then we own them. I don't suggest renewing that. They want to upsell you new phones and you hook your cell phone to them and all that, but we don't need it. We got a great phone system. Again, and I thank you, Mayor, for letting me present this today, because I've got to go out of town next week, and if we can agree on this, they can get the ball rolling. It'll take them 3 or 4 weeks to get the copper and the fiber all switched over. And we'll do this in 2 segments, starting with City Hall first.
So Sam, it's $13.98 plus this other
No,
no.
that's that was their first quote. Look on the date up there,
Oh. I didn't know
June
that.
16.
Okay, so it'd be $6.90 for the 5-year piece.
Right.
Okay.
Well, you're looking at a total of,
1380.
yes, sir.
So now, this would be basically a contract that we be entering into, and we're gonna have to have a council vote on it. right?
Mhm.
Well, as I say, I've done a lot of work on this with these guys going back, and you can see the price that
Yeah.
they came down to meet what I wanted. I wasn't gonna. I just feel it's the best deal for the city, long term. We won't be going through this every 2 to 3 years.
And looking at the schedule, as I was talking about earlier, the interview in front, if I can get her to come in here, let's see, We're looking at on 20, 8th, 6th, and 9th is Friday, is that right?
I believe so, yes, sir.
Yeah, it's great.
Okay, if I can get her to come in, make council and everything that afternoon. And we also could do a quick special session and approve this, we'll have both of those out there. We wouldn't start the,
Friday's gonna be extremely difficult for me, but that's, y'all can operate business without me. I know that.
Oh, you can't come from?
It's gonna be hard on Friday, any amount of time.
well, let me talk to her and see if I can get her to come in, Thursday, we got 4:30 PM EDA, and after we get through EDA, see if I can get her here. We take care of both things at the same time. That gives us enough time to put out press call session.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So Thursday at 5?
Yeah.
You're saying? Okay.
These two things here, I don't think they take long to knock it out. And after I contact her, so.
Sarah, you'll be back about 5 Thursday. Larry,
Maybe,
you'll be back about 5.
maybe. I'll try. My preference would be not go at all, but I don't have a choice.
Okay. Okay.
Any questions for me? All right, thank y'all very much. Y'all have a good afternoon.
You too.
Call me with any questions.
All right.
Yeah.
John,
Reception that night, after rehearsal that night, Lord,
On Friday?
that's why I'm saying this. I'm not, if it's something that would be at 1:30 for 30 minutes, and I can make it because I'm right here, but if it's getting anything towards the evening, I've got a lot.
But we Thursday after we finish up, so it's just take 5, 10 minutes. And I'll call her, see if I can get her in. And, we do give an opportunity for council to talk to her, interview her, ask the questions as well.
Appreciate it.
But I did go back and I checked the references today. I got response to 2 of them. Both of them were in the military. They talked about her leadership ability. They're actually going through to recommend her. She's an E5 staff sergeant in the Air Force Reserve. And they're recommending, want to recommend her for officer candidate. Too smart. Okay. All right. Let's see. Where we
When
at?
did you graduate?
Don't remember the year. Gotta be about 26, 27,
27.
27, 26, 27.
See, I wasn't gonna ask that question, babe. You can't answer that. I just asked when you graduated.
Okay, now where we need to go to now?
We're on the mayor and council.
Just write that off.
Building maintenance supplies.
That 275, is the contract we have with Bubba Hoover for our air conditioner. In between you, Tim, and admin, we all split the contract that we have for him to maintain every quarter.
Okay. So it'd be 275 again over here.
I would say so. I don't even know how long that contract was, but I'm assuming, but we gotta have somebody check our air conditioners.
Why don't we put it 300 just in case
Okay.
we have to renegotiate the contract?
I will check that.
Okay. And telephone, looks like we had, in 2021, we had $4,000 budgeted for it.
I'm not sure why. The only thing we have is your cell phone and your iPad, and that equals about 1,200 for the year. But I'm not sure.
Were we talking about putting some new system in or something with possibility?
It may have been, I'm not,
I'm thinking there was something along that line.
yeah, it may have. But for the year, it's around 1,100, because that's what it is currently. to have your cell phone and iPad.
Okay. So I don't know the reason behind 4,000. You think that would be in
I mean, that's, I'm somewhere I'm reminding some type of phone, some, either some updated equipment. Discussed in that.
Yeah.
That's why I jumped up from the year before. There was some specific expense that they was looking at doing. Obviously, we have not done it.
But we put 4,000 back in?
And I think 1,500 or something probably fine.
Oh, shit, okay.
Don't you think that's gonna cover it, man?
Oh, yeah, no, covered.
What you doing right now?
Okay, department supplies, 200. Looks like that's adequate from what I'm seeing.
200.
Okay, equipment and tools. There's 4,000 jumped up again.
I know that was for, we bought you a laptop,
Mhm.
which
We were going by everybody one, what I heard at one time.
that may be why it's 4,000.
Yeah, as I was told everybody was gonna get an update this year. One,
Okay,
Yeah, I think they was gonna update y'all's iPad.
yeah, that's,
well, that's probably why the phone then, because if you have the iPad, you have to get on the, to have service.
Yeah.
The internet hooked up to it.
yeah, it was, yeah, that's making more
Now
sense.
this makes,
So we
yeah.
need to put 4,000 back up here.
Are y'all all wanting to get an iPad then? I mean, if
that'd
you
be
want
fine.
one, I
Melvin
need to
needs
go,
Yeah,
I need to go
Melvin
ahead and
Needs
order them.
one.
That's why.
You gonna show me how to use it?
Yeah.
Dude, I was just gonna ask you, we need to have somebody to run it. for you.
Yeah, that's right. I told her today, I said, you print my minutes out for me, for my IT person's in Birmingham with the grandchild.
It's easy, man.
Let's see, equipment repair.
So we go back up there, we're gonna put 4 back up there.
Yeah.
And leave 4 down here.
Yeah.
Equipment repair.
Equipment repair, to date, we spent like $118.20 out of the 200. Don't look like we spent anything in, 19 and 20.
That's probably why they put 200 up there just to have something.
Okay. Fuel and oil,
That for the city vehicle.
yeah.
Yes.
Got 200 in here and just 200 was in. Vehicle maintenance, we overspent because they had buy a set of tires and so on.
Mhm.
So,
Is the
Um,
vehicle in good shape? I mean, I don't know.
Which
When's the last
one?
time I
Is
drove
this-
it? It's a
the Explorer.
Expedition.
Yeah, I
or
think,
Explorer.
you ain't got no mileage on it now, I don't know about.
yeah, I'm starting to put a little bit on it. So,
Okay,
you
you're
know,
trying to make it.
driving it too. Because if you don't drive one, it goes down.
Yeah.
I don't know, I would ask you just put 300 in there. Just, you know,
Okay.
safe side.
But you don't drive with me?
I'm driving the more.
Yeah.
Employee welfare, $40,000 wasn't me.
Well, you need
What
some,
about-
well, you need some psychiatric treatment or something.
Whole lot of it. Let's see, training, I think we'd be good with 2,000, we've done pretty good on that. Now, let's see, this is mayor and council, so that
Yes.
comes back and that's gonna cover.
Convention in there.
Yeah, we have the league convention. I don't know if any of y'all go to the CMO.
It's gonna be in Montgomery this year, everybody come.
I'm not sure.
I thought-
Which one is
Have you
that?
been to Huntsville yet?
Mm-mm, I
Okay, it'll be over to Huntsville before it goes to Montgomery.
It's in Montgomery this time,
You sure?
I think.
What, CMO?
No, the league
The league was
convention.
in Huntsville this year.
Yeah.
Okay, then it'll be in Montgomery then. Birmingham,
It's-
Birmingham, then we got Tuscaloosa and Birmingham and Huntsville.
I think it's Montgomery this year. That's
And then
what
it's
they-
Montgomery and Mobile, but they gotten off. I know it been, the Tuscaloosa ones got canceled.
Yeah,
But the CMO is a certified municipal.
okay.
I know Anthony is,
Yeah.
but I don't know if anyone else, if they want to go.
Yeah, I had gone through and I had been, working on the credits and everything. So, I got quite a few so far. I don't know how many more it's gonna take to finish it.
Okay.
But, yeah, if I'm gonna be here doing the job, might as well be certified.
But if all seven, if y'all are talking about in Montgomery, all seven of y'all go, it's 2,800 off the bat, but it's just a lead. Because the registration's $400. Now, I know sometimes not everybody goes, which we understand. Know if you want to keep the 2,000 in the training budget or not.
Just in case, can we do 2,500 in the same day?
Okay.
All of us went to Montgomery right there.
That's the one that most of us will go to.
Yeah.
That and Mobile.
And,
2,500.
right, and the travel down here has been 6,500. I'll tell you, the expenses of traveling is going up,
Yeah.
so I don't know, should we do what, 7,500?
Does that motel rooms and all come out of that?
Yeah, the motel comes out of the travel and then y'all's travel and
You
then
better leave it
eating.
75, cause they going up. Everybody's trying to make up for the lost year. Somebody told me the other day, Gulf Shores was $600 a night. I couldn't sleep a wink if I paid $600. I'd walk slow all night.
And early checkout too.
I'll tell you that.
Dues and subscriptions look like, I think 200 would work.
Your dues and subscription for being the Black Mayor, it's 400.
400,
Yeah, I had a note on that because we took it out somewhere else. So I know it's 400 just for yours.
so that would bump it, we need to do 600. Okay. Camp and food expenses. What's that?
That was Miss Brenda Dean. She did a camp for her district. One year she bought school supplies and that for them. Normally she got it paid through by GP, would give her the money,
Yeah,
but we haven't done them. We haven't done it in a couple of years. That is something y'all want to do or something. And mainly geared towards school supplies and stuff like that. And I know one year she helped them at the Y become certified swimmers for the swimming program that they did. So,
So if we put 500 in it, that don't necessarily mean you got to.
correct.
Okay, this is the administration worksheet.
And also behind it, I went ahead and printed out the salaries. And this is on the new pay scale that was approved so that everybody can see behind that.
With the 93 on top or what, on this
Oh,
one?
see, like, this is admin
Okay.
and behind everybody's
Okay,
budget. I
okay,
printed out.
okay.
But y'all's is the same, yours don't get.
Okay.
So under the 21, 22, these are the figures, the new figures,
Yes,
okay, that you transpose from there. to here.
yeah, and it's from here and it goes on here,
Okay.
which I know our salaries right now, it's just based on the current start out pay for the city clerk and the payroll and accounts payable officer, so that may change. And the only thing I don't have current is the retirement. Because everybody we swapped over from, everybody now is tier 1. They haven't given me that rate. It may be closer toward August or September before they give me that rate. So I'm just basing that off the rate that we have currently. And our insurance, I just went up 5% because last year they said just to the budget 5%, and they normally don't give anything until September, a month before October, of our insurance going up with local government. But everything else, the figures are all correct.
Dues and subscriptions.
What was under that? The dues?
The dues and the description, 21,000 of it goes to Smart Fusion for us to. Do I have it? But yeah, 21,000 of it is just our Smart Fusion for them to be hosted and to save our data in the cloud. And the other miscellaneous dues is like, I'm in the GFOAA, Alicia's in the revenue office, and they're normally $50 a piece. Mary's dues, to be, in which the new city clerk will have to be certified in the Clerks Association. And I think her dues were $100.
I mean, the uniform, that's when y'all bought us those, polo shirts. It's right here, union.
No, this is ours. What do you mean uniform?
The uniforms, 250,
67,
2021, but
Ain't been spent.
Mm-mm. Oh, no, it's 250. Mary was gonna get us some shirts, but
she didn't get,
we just haven't done them yet.
I know y'all got us some shirts one year, right?
Yeah, we did some polo shirts for y'all one year. Mhm.
Do you think we need them this year? It was a
You got to go back to
We
that
need-
page,
we
it's
need
a
a
minute.
better color. So what, man,
You got to go back to that mayor,
in order to
and
do
council, sheet there, they added to that one.
For departmental supplies, I had to go up, I mean, just in general, supplies are skyrocketing. Our copier takes 4 different type of ink cartridges, and one of them is $250 a piece. I mean, even our postage stamps that we buy, they even went up. So, and then that's just regular, like pencils and paper and everything else with supplies, so. And I went up a little bit on utilities because prices going up.
Well, just like Daniel was talking about uniforms,
Mhm.
for the council and everything, let's put the church usually $25, $30.
For a good shirt, you probably would save about $20 if you want the polo one. So like Michael, he gets like the t-shirt one,
I want the
and they're like
t-shirt.
$10 a piece.
I want the t-shirt.
Yeah,
Well,
but
we'll put $150 in it.
Okay.
we're gonna put it in the
$200.
man's budget.
No, I'm gonna put it in y'all.
Order.
In which Cajun Creations does ours. Cajun Creations has our logo and our seal. So it's already with him. So if y'all want a certain color or a certain brand, y'all can just go up there and just look at them and just let them know.
Just surprise us.
Want a bright pink one?
I didn't want that big a surprise.
Okay. But I think
Yellow
the
would-
mayor has.
Yellow would fit you.
Yeah, the mayor has a button up one. I think it's
I
great.
got 2 button up ones. One's gray, and it's got the dark blue and everything on it, and the other one's kind of a light blue, and it's got the name on one side. And city logo on the
Yeah, I
other.
like that blue when you have it. Maybe that's what we need to get, that blue that he had.
Okay.
Blue is. Put that on.
Mhm.
But
If you
I'll
want
go.
your polo.
Yeah.
Hit her over there every once in a while, okay?
And also we got bad news, our roof was, there was one spot that didn't even have shingles on it. So when we came in on a weekend, our air vent where our air conditioner system is, it was flooded. So we've had to deal with that, and Strength Roofing went up there and he suggested that we get a new roof. The shingles looks like they could go anytime. But I'm not going on a roof, so I can't verify that.
Do we have any wind damage? Is there any insurance on this?
This was during that last, a couple of weeks ago, that heavy rainstorm that
Mhm.
came, and that's the only reason why we noticed it. So I don't know if it happened during I don't
Well,
know.
we need to look at that, because I mean, if there's any insurance claim on it, it'd be great
Yeah.
for that end of it.
We get them to look at that. Too.
Okay.
And the other thing that happened is that on the fire alarm system, we got 2 different systems. We got one system that Monco provides, and what it does is if any smoke alarm goes off, it notifies the police department. The other system, if you get like a fire that starts in a vent or anything like that, it's got sensors on it. Or smoke gets in the vent, it's got sensors on it. It goes off, and that's the one that's got, you see the fire alarm switches in here, you pull it
Yeah.
down, it operates that. Now, when all that water got in there, it damaged one of those sensors, and Bill Wayne is going to be looking in at what it costs to repair it. So, we need to go back and look at it, and unfortunately, there's not a way to tie the two systems together. I think the Grumman system is one that's got, says fire and all that. I think that's put in because that was a requirement for a public building.
But it's not hooked up to anybody to call.
Right.
It's just there. So like over the weekend, we weren't here. And when we came back in, the whole air conditioner system shut down. And they said it was 90 degrees in here.
Yeah, I came by that Saturday and came in to get something that was going off. I told also the fire department about it, but I didn't know how to shut it off. You showed me how to shut it down.
The only thing that we really request that we need 2 file cabinets. 2 of them have broke. I have a screwdriver in one of them to hold the thing open. And so I've got a plan with Michael. We're gonna, these 2 we use the most. They're our accounts payable file cabinets. And so I went online, and these are these fireproof ones that's already in there. They are, blew me, but they're $779 a piece. But I guess when they're big ones like that, they cost a lot. And I got this from the office furniture online, and it's the blue ones to match what in there. So I'm gonna get Michael to swap all of them and get these on the front, so it's not all the way in the back in our vault, because we use those like every day. We're in and out of them.
This fireproof, you said?
Yeah, they're fireproof. So that's why they're a little bit higher.
Yeah, a lot.
Did you include that in this report?
Well, that was my capital improvements request. That's all I needed.
Oh, in the capital improvement budget,
Yes.
okay.
Oh, you don't want to put it on your budget?
Well, I mean, I can do it improvements, but part of the building. So,
Right.
mhm.
Amanda, on here, I know where it goes through and talks about, this is in administration and talks about public relations. We're gonna put like $50 in there. It says that we didn't spend any. That's focusing on what?
PR is like I guess if we wanted to do pamphlets about the city, that's good PR. Let's see. I can't really think of anything like City Hall would do PR wise. Cause see, like the fire department and the police department, they hand out stuff to the school children.
Can't hear anything here. right
Yeah.
there.
But as far as is the city having a marketing plan, we don't really have one. Most that's done through chamber, I guess.
The chamber,
Main Street.
yeah, Main Street, they market us pretty good. I mean, if we have, PR, we technically could have helped with the the maps and everything, because that's PR.
Yeah, which we did.
Mhm.
I don't think it came out of this.
No,
All right, let me go through and think about it, because one of the things, I tell you what I have found out about Monroeville is there's not really miscommunication, is misinformation that gets out. And that's what goes through and people, they get the wrong information and then they jump to all these conclusions, and things like that. And somehow or another, we gotta figure out how to start correcting them.
okay.
Well, and I think some of it is that we don't know. We hear stuff, and that's just like with the robbery over there at the lake. I heard that on the street, and then I heard about it in the paper But I never got any information from anybody that would know, you know?
I
That
got
was-
to, yeah, I gotta go back and figure out, and I'll be first tell you, I'm not the most technological person in here. But I need a list of groups, so if something like that happens. See, we used to have in public safety, where, if something happened, a major could go in and put it in, and it went out as a text message to all of the drones, lieutenant drones, and the other majors. And that's what I gotta figure out how to set up here. So, so if the chief texts me, she can text it to that group, because she did send me a notice about it. And I got distracted on some other stuff, and especially when they come out, and when they did go down and make arrests. And when I was talking to her that day, I told you need to, based on the information here, I told you need to stand up the tactical operations team and go and get it. And they did, so I don't think we're gonna have a problem off the mark for a while. And they went down, they had people eating dirt, and everything else. But that's where you have to handle those situations. But I gotta get together with somebody to figure out how to put that.
Sam probably could do it, you think?
I'll talk to Sam about saying that we can do it, and we can set it up as a text. And so if any department here has something that, comes up, when they send it out, it'll come to me and it'll come to all the council members. And we can try to eliminate, because I was trying to do that when I first came in. But let me see if there's a way that we can get back with that thing. Okay. All right. Well, that's really good there. I don't have a budget request or anything from the police department yet, but we'll do that.
That's tomorrow.
That's tomorrow.
Mhm.
So we pretty much got the general revenue. Want to give y'all a quick update. I've been talking about the camera system. And I actually went to Chickasaw and saw it in operation. And they had that whole thing put in there. I think the man told me it cost them a little over $60,000. And they got 30 cameras up. And they got them monitoring some intersections and everything of that nature. He told me one, where you get off, if you go to Chickasaw from the interstate, is the next exit down from Sarah Lane. They went through and they couldn't actually see over the ride, but they had a wreck that happened there involved 2 police cars. And they could actually see one that was coming off the interstate to get up there with his lights on, and somebody hit him. And the question was, did he have his lights on and everything? And the camera, went back and proved all that. It would be a force multiplier for us. But one of them, some of the places that we were talking about putting them, it would have caught those folks on camera when they gave them the description of the car, because they went through 2 intersections that we would have had cameras at. It would help them find them quicker. So I will be touching base with them to see what avenues are available out there for us, as to whether or not we can use rescue plan money or we can get grant money to go ahead and get this in place. And it's on the 12th that Congressman Jerry Carl is coming in for.
I think it's next Monday. I think that's the 12th. Yeah, 12th. At 11.
For a town hall meeting here. And I'm going to go in because the first time we submitted a request to his office for $125,000 to do that kind of thing. I'm gonna hit him up to see where we stand with it. But, like I said, it'll be a force multiplier for our police officers. The other thing that we gotta do, I gotta get with the chief, we gotta start advertising for those positions to include their incentive pay. So we can try and get them filled. So I'll get with the chief and talk with her about that and try and get the ads running. Go through to get moving. I tell y'all where, I told y'all we think government setting up some points or something with the county. So I think things are going to be to the point that we can start picking up and soliciting and marketing Monroe with these businesses. So COVID had so much about that. I was afraid to go out there myself and recruit somebody. But, you know, I had both vaccinations now, and we can get those numbers up. I think we'll be in good shape. One other thing, so y'all know about it, because it's probably gonna be coming out in the paper. I've been talking to Pete Black and Mr. Landdigger, and Mr. Landdigger had a big interest in trying to get the vaccination rate up in Monroe. At first, he wanted to do $2,000 $25 gift card. The logistics in that was in crazy. And so we went back and discussed it. And like I told him, that he is a private entity, that this was not a program that I felt we could run through the city. So he is going to give the money to the United Way. The way that it will work is that for the first 500 people that come in and prove that they have received both vaccines after July 12th, they will get an opportunity to enter into a drawing for $5,000.
Ain't gonna take two more.
Then after that, the next goal is when we reach 1,000, we do another drawing. And we're not gonna take out the ones that put in at first. We'll keep them there. We'll keep once we get past 1,000, we do another drawing for $5,000. Then once you reach 1,500, you do another drawing for $5,000. Once we surpass the 2,000 mark or higher, then they would do two drawings for $5,000. So actually, it ended up saving him money, because if he bought 2,000 gift cards at $25 a piece, that'd be $50,000. And we're doing it here for about 20. So I'm hoping that'll help get people's interest in getting the vaccine. So,
If we give out $50 gift cards to everybody that got vaccinated at the meal from beginning to now, they'll do it by June 6th or something like that.
What percentage did it, do you think?
I mean, like me, I'd already had it before they even offered the incentive on the deal, but I got a card. But I don't know, I can go back and ask.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah.
well, I went through and the way that it will work is that RSVP has volunteered to verify the card. And what they would do is they're not going to take the card. They will issue them a ticket. And they fill out both sides of it, and they keep one and they put the other one inside the safe or box or however it is. And that way you don't have to worry about taking pictures of the card and all this kind of stuff. That's what you got to have in order to get the ticket. And once they go through and do the drawings, whoever wins, United Way will cut a check to RSVP. Then RSVP, they are an entity that can issue that to the person. Hopefully that'll go through and meet my goals and just I would love to kind of get 50%. This might be what it takes. People always look at the 3 months.
Yeah, I got a few, but I know several that did. In fact, we had somebody here very recently test positive again, and they didn't have a shot. They said there was numbers at the hospital, almost all of them had not gotten shots, one we've had in the last month. Got tested positive.
Exactly.
Info.
Well, that's all.